What's up, guys? How's it going? Today we're going over some cars that we want to see in Forza Horizon 4. So, every month they update the game and they add a few new cars. So, these are some that we want to see in some of these next updates. So, let's get right into it. So, here we have the Corvette C7. We don't want to see that. We already have that, as you can tell. We want to see the Corvette C8. It's got a 6.2 liter LT2 V8 and 8-speed dual clutch transmission that produces 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. It's the first mid-engine Corvette. It's not in the game yet, and it'd be nice to see. You knew it was going to be on this list. I knew it was going to be on this list. The 2020 Toyota Supra. As you know, we've gotten Toyota back into the game. They're releasing 2 new cars this month. I think they're both Celicas. So maybe next month we'll get to see the 2020 Supra or another car that on this list that I'm not going to say yet. That's also a Toyota. But personally, I don't think we really need it. We already have 3 different BMW M4s, which are almost the same things. I mean, yes, you have the nameplate, but do we really need it that bad? I feel like it's just the nameplate that people want, not the actual car. The 2020 Toyota Supra has a 3-liter turbo inline-6 engine, making 335 horsepower, with a 7-speed automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive, just like a BMW. The Ford Mustang Shelby GT 500 2020. It has a 5.2-liter V8, 760 horsepower, and 625 pound-feet of torque. And it just looks cool. It's super aggressive. Why wouldn't you want it in the game? This is the Chevy El Camino. We don't want to see it in Forza either. We already have it. We want to see the 2006 Chevy SSR. I already talked about this car in another video. Go check that one out. Click that little white button that you see right there in the top right corner. We want to see this car in the game. It's a truck, much like the El Camino, but it's also a car, much like the El Camino. But it's modern, and it has a Corvette engine in it. An LS2 V8 producing 400 horsepower in a truck/car looking thing. Look at it. Look at it. You see that? That picture on screen right now? Beautiful. It's such a great car, and we would really love to see it in the next Forza game. So, come on, Forza devs, put it in. The Aston Martin Vulcan. One of the best Aston Martins to ever come out of that company. In fact, Jeremy Clarkson said about it, "What I love most of all, it's not a test bed or what cars will look like in the future. It's a celebration of what they were like in the past. What it is old-time rock and roll." He said that about the Vulcan. But he didn't say about the Valkyrie, which is the newest Aston Martin. And I'd say it is the car of the future. It's a hybrid, and it has a 6.5-liter Cosworth, yes, those Cosworth, the world's best engine builders, V12, producing 1,160 horsepower, all naturally aspirated, with no turbos or superchargers. And all that power gets put to the ground through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It was also developed with the help of Red Bull Racing, and both current Formula 1 drivers for Red Bull Racing drove it, and they both loved it. Both Alex Albon and Max Verstappen. It would be a great car to see in the next Forza game. And it may even be on the cover of... Wait, no, I just messed that up. It would be a great car to see in Forza Horizon 4. And it may even appear on the cover of the next Forza game, Forza Motorsport 8. I have a video about that. Check it out. It's right here. Top right corner. Yes. The Ferrari F355 Berlinetta 1994. One of the most common cars you see turned into from a Pontiac Fiero. the Pontiac Fury we do not want to see in this game. It's not even good, but what we do want to see, what is super similar to the Ferrari. Oh my gosh, I just call a Pontiac a Ferrari. What we do want to see is the Toyota MR2, which is extremely similar to the Pontiac Fiero, which is why we have a Ferrari here. The Toyota MR2 2nd Gen GT, to be exact. It has a turbocharged 2-liter inline-4, I think it's turbocharged, I hope I said that right. 5-speed manual transmission, which makes 218 horsepower. The engine, not the transmission. It is also rear-engined, and it's the second Toyota on this list. It'd be nice to see. The 1966 Ford Fairlane GT would be a great addition to Forza Horizon 4. The Lotus Cortina, how do you say this? Cortina, I think that's how you say it. Good thing Cortana doesn't exist anymore, else it'd be going off a lot. Is basically just the compressed version of the Ford Fairlane. So why can't we have the Fairlane GT? The 66 was the 5th gen Fairlane GT. And when I was doing my research, I noticed that they changed the generations like every 3 years. There was like 11 whole generations. So anyways, about the 5th gen. It has a V8, which produces 335 brake horsepower and a manual transmission. It's an iconic muscle car. I want to say it has 4 doors, but I feel like it doesn't. Hold on. Cut that out. It has 1 super long door and 4 seats. And it's a great drag car. It's super long, and it'd be great to see more classic drag cars, or just any classic American cars in Forza Horizon 4. This is the last Ford, I promise, on this list. Not ever. This is like the first Ford ever. The Ford Model T. It has a 2.9-liter inline-4, producing a whopping 20 horsepower, which got the car to 0 to 60 miles an hour. It never reached 0 to 60 miles an hour. The top speed was 45 miles an hour. It has a 2-speed manual transmission. It's one of the most influential Fords to ever be produced. Henry Ford was quoted with saying, "A customer can have any color car they want, as long as it's black." But you could get a Ford Model T in lots of colors, actually, before 1914. After 1914, all of the cars, all of the Model Ts were black. But before that, there was multiple beautiful colors, like red. Henry Ford would probably shudder at that color, red. It was so bright and beautiful. But the Ford Model T is an old car. We rarely have any old cars. I think the oldest car we have is the Quartz Regalia, but that's fake. That's from Final Fantasy. But the oldest actual car we have is from the 20s. But what if we got like a 1910 Ford Model T? It'd be the oldest real car in the game. And it would be a great addition to Forza, because you could make some pretty cool hot rods. They should have like 3 hot rod body kits to be able to put on there. Like the Ford 5-window Deluxe Coupe. By the way, this thing doesn't have 5 windows, does it? It looks to me like it has... Here, let's count the windows. 1, 2... I can't get up here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Or does the windshield not count as a window? Put your thoughts in the comments below. Does the windshield count as a window? I guess not for this car, but just in general, does a windshield count as a window? The Koenigsegg Gemera. I was also going to put the Koenigsegg Jesko in this list, but just imagine that it's there, because it's not. Because I've already put the Koenigsegg Jesko in 2 of my other lists, but the Koenigsegg Jumeirah has only been in 1 of them. So, I think all Koenigsegg's deserve a chance. So the Koenigsegg Gemera. It's the first 4-seat Koenigsegg ever built. It has a 2-liter twin-turbo inline-3 and 3 electric motors, which can rocket the car up to 0 to 60 miles an hour in 1.9 seconds. And it has a top speed of 249 miles an hour. And with only the electric motors, it has a top speed of about 185 miles per hour. It'd be a nice car to see in Forza Horizon 4. The DMC Delorean. This is an interesting car. It was made by John DeLorean, the maker of the Pontiac GTO, which is the first muscle car. But what went wrong with it? Well, lots of things. Like the fact that it looked epic, but it could only go 110 miles an hour. Or that the engine stank for reliability. Or maybe that the body was made of stainless steel, which isn't exactly the lightest material. So, why do we want to see it? Because it was in a movie. You know, just Back to the Future, that's it. And it'd be really cool, also, if you were able to put, like, a time machine kit on this. So, anyways, it's a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive car, much like the BMW M1, with the 2.85-liter V6 producing a sad 130 horsepower. You could either get a 5-speed manual, which brought you to 0 to 60 in about 9.5 seconds, or a 3-speed automatic, which brought you to 0 to 60 in about 10.5 seconds. It weighed 2,700 pounds, made of stainless steel, and 24 of them were made of gold, actually. 24 karat gold. Well, they were painted in gold. So, we just really want to see it because it was in Back to the Future. But it would have taken Marty McFly a lot longer to get to 88 miles an hour in this thing in real life. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button, and maybe, just maybe, hit that subscribe button. I post 3 times a week, all Forza related content. We have new Forza 8 information almost every day, and I'll try to get it out to you guys as fast as possible. So, see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye.